Right now, there are 6 AI tools quietly doing work that used to cost $5,000 a project, and the freelancers who charged that much have no idea their clients already switched. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 6 they are, what they replace, and how you can use them to either save that money or start charging for the same output yourself. Stick around, because the 6th one is the one that's actually eating the highest paid freelance job on the market right now. Let's start with number 1, and it's the one nobody saw coming: logo and brand identity design. For years, a real brand package from a freelance designer ran between $3,000 and $8,000. A logo, a color system, typography, the whole kit. Today, a tool combining an image model with a brand generator can produce 40 variations of a logo, a full palette, and matching social templates in under 10 minutes. The method is simple. You feed it your company name, a one-line description of the vibe you want, and 3 brands you admire. It returns a complete identity you can refine by typing corrections in plain English. Why it works is the uncomfortable part. Most brand design was never about genius. It was about iteration speed. A human designer showed you 3 concepts because time was expensive. The AI shows you 40 because time is free. Clients don't miss the human when the output is faster and cheaper, and they can request unlimited revisions without an awkward email. But number 1 is just the warm-up, because the next tool is replacing something you'd swear a machine couldn't touch. Number 2 is copywriting, specifically the high-ticket sales copy that used to command $2,000 to $5,000 per sales page. A good copywriter studied your customer, wrote hooks, structured the offer, and tested angles. That skill hasn't disappeared, but the tool has caught up on the mechanical 80%. You give it your product, your customer's biggest pain, and 3 testimonials, and it drafts a full long-form sales page with headline options, bullet benefits, objection handling, and a close. The specific number that matters here: what took a freelancer 3 days now takes about 20 minutes to a first draft that's genuinely usable. Why it works is that persuasion follows patterns. There are maybe a dozen proven sales page structures, and the AI has read every one of them thousands of times. The freelancers surviving this aren't the ones who write. They're the ones who know which angle to test and can read the analytics after. If all you did was assemble the words, that job is already gone. Hold that thought, because number 3 hits an entire industry that thought it was safe. Number 3 is video editing, and this one's brutal because video editors were the safe bet of the last 5 years. Everyone said learn video, it's recession-proof. A promotional edit, or a batch of short-form clips from a long video, ran a freelancer $800 to $2,000 a month on retainer. Now a single tool takes a raw 2-hour recording, finds the best moments, cuts them into vertical clips, adds captions, punches in on the key lines, and exports 30 finished shorts. The method? Upload the long video, tell it the tone you want, and let it pull the highlights automatically. The number that should stop you cold is 30 finished, captioned, ready to post clips from one upload in the time it takes to make coffee. Why it works is that most editing is not art. It's pattern recognition. Find the good part. Cut the dead air, add the caption, add the zoom. Those are rules, and rules are exactly what these models eat for breakfast. But even video editing isn't the biggest one on this list, and number 4 is where the money really starts moving. Number 4 is voiceover and audio production, a market that quietly paid freelancers $200 to $1,000 per script. Voice actors, narrators, the person who read your explainer video or your audiobook. The current generation of voice tools clones a voice from 30 seconds of audio and reads any script with real emotion, pacing, and breath. You paste your script, pick a voice, and it returns broadcast-quality audio in seconds, in any language. The specific example that makes this concrete: a full audiobook narration that would have cost $3,000 and taken 3 weeks, now costs almost nothing and finishes in an afternoon. Why it works is that the human ear stopped being able to tell the difference sometime in the last year. And once the quality gap closes, price is the only thing left to compete on. The freelancers still winning here are the ones with a genuinely distinctive voice or a personal brand people want specifically. Generic narration is finished. And that brings us to number 5, which is coming for a job that requires an actual degree. Number 5 is data analysis and reporting. Work that business analysts and freelance data consultants billed at $100 to $200 an hour. You had a spreadsheet of messy numbers, and you paid someone to clean it, find the trends, and build the charts. Now you upload the raw file, ask a question in plain English like which products lost us money last quarter, and the tool cleans the data, runs the analysis, builds the visualizations, and writes the summary. The method requires zero technical skill. You just ask questions like you'd ask a coworker. The number here, a full data report that was a 2-day, $800 project, is now a 5-minute conversation. Why it works is that the hard part of data analysis was never the math. It was translating a business question into the right calculation and back into plain English. That translation layer is precisely what language models were built to do. The analysts thriving now are the ones who know which questions are worth asking, not the ones who just ran the numbers. Now, number 6. This is the one I told you about at the start, and it's replacing the single highest paid freelance skill on the market. Number 6 is full-stack software development, the work that freelance developers charged $5,000 and up per project to deliver. For years, this was the untouchable job, the one everyone told you to learn because it paid the most and felt the most secure. Today, a coding agent takes a plain English description of an app, writes the entire code base, tests it, fixes its own errors, and deploys it live to the internet. The method: you describe what you want the app to do, and it builds it, screen by screen, feature by feature, asking you questions when it needs a decision. The number that ends the argument. A simple web application that used to be a $5,000 month-long freelance contract can now be built and deployed in a single afternoon by someone who has never written a line of code. Why it works, and why this is the most important point in the entire video, is that coding was always just precise instructions, and giving precise instructions in English is now enough. The developers who survive aren't the ones who type the fastest, they're the ones who understand what to build and why. The skill moved up the stack, from writing code to directing the machine that writes it. So here's the takeaway, and it's not the one you're expecting. Every one of these 6 tools didn't eliminate a job. It eliminated the mechanical 80% of a job and left the strategic 20% standing. The logo designer who understood brand strategy